That was an ice cube. Hello. I released my song Sugar Rush, and I also hit 100K on here. Oh my god. But yeah, I released some music recently. On the 25th, I dropped my first ever single called Sugar Rush. It was produced by one of my favorite artists, Cavetown, aka Robin, who, can I just say, he did a great job with the song. Everyone that put effort into this to make it a real thing did so good. And I couldn't have asked for better. Like, I'm really, really happy with it, and I'm really, really happy with the video. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, because I released that song, I wanted to do a Q&A this week, to answer some questions, in general, and I figured most of them would also be about Sugar Rush, and so I wanted to answer your guys' questions. And then we'll continue the music thing next week. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your guys' usernames. I am very illiterate. So. Alright, so @_stinky___ asked, how did you come up with the idea for the Sugar Rush video? I knew that I wanted it to be something colorful. I really wanted, like, slow-mo shots of, like, candy and, like, eating candy and throwing candy and, like, candy was gonna be involved somehow, and I wanted it to be the main preference. And I felt like the vibe would just be colorful and, like, kind of like an oversaturated vibe almost. So I got my cousin and my two buddies that I met at a Billie Eilish concert. I packed them all up in my bag and I said, we're going to some colored walls. And in 100-degree weather, we filmed that video. It was really, really awesome, and I can't thank my friends enough for doing that in 100-degree weather with me. I love you guys. Thank you. It was recorded entirely on my iPhone. So we had an iPhone and a lot of sweets, and that was it. I'm really happy with how it turned out, honestly. Speaking of the music video, @DearAllieHansen says, what is your favorite moment in the Sugar Rush music video? I think my favorite moment was probably the pink walls scene. It was the scene where, like, it zoomed in on my shoes and it's bright pink behind and the candy comes down. We only got, like, one of those shots, and I'm so sad it was the only shot, but I milked the heck out of that scene because it looked so good even without editing, and I wanted it to be like the whole video. @smash_aliyahya. Yes. Will we be having your other originals on Spotify? Yes, we will. We will be having. This wasn't like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. I plan on doing this and making this my career. So, stay tuned, please. @jet_addict says, what's your favorite Hunter x Hunter arc? Oh god. I think probably the Greed Island arc. Or, I really like the Chimera Ant arc. But, like, the first part of it, not the second sad part. Because it got really sad really quick. @YellowBeanieBoy with 0 in the word boy says, what was it like working with Cavetown? I gotta say, hands down, that Cavetown, or Robin, is, like, one of the coolest people, and he's so freaking good at what he does. Like, I was nervous going in because I had never worked with a producer or, like, had someone produce one of my songs. I was nervous going in that, I wasn't describing what I wanted, and I didn't know what I wanted for the song, and I was really nervous about that. And I was really nervous recording because I don't have a lot of recording studio experience yet. And so even recording the stems for the song, I was nervous that like they wouldn't be good enough to use or something like that. But he's so understanding, and he makes sure that it's like it's what you envisioned, and he talks with you one-on-one. It was definitely a really awesome experience, and I hope that like I get to work with him in the future because he was so kind to work with and so patient and so understanding. Anyways, long story short, go Robin. Thank you so much for working with me, Robin. At Nevoyed? Yes. Wall shark or strawberry plush? I have a sentimental connection to wall shark, my baby, because somebody I care about gave Wally his name. I actually bought Wally to replace a picture of an ex that was not kind, and I bought the shark literally just to replace that picture because I needed something to go on the wall there, because I have like these fairy lights behind me that they end right where he is, and it just looked ugly if it didn't have something there covering the end. But I do love Strawberry. She do have a special place in my heart. At Ali3. I suck at pronouncing these names. First kiss story? My first kiss was technically 8th grade for me. I was in 8th grade, and I was at like a basement party with my group of friends, and all my friends had had their first kiss, and I hadn't, and I was sitting with one of my guy friends, and he was like, hey, and I had known him for a while, and I was really comfortable around him, and everybody was in the room. And he was like, hey, if you want, no pressure, I can give you your first kiss, like it can just be a peck, and we can get it over with. And I was like, sure, dude. And I was really nervous, but it was literally like, mwah. At Nate Lamb 14 asks, why are you gay? Nate, have you seen a woman? That is all. At Florento17, did you write Sugar Rush yourself? If not, who co-wrote it with you? So Sugar Rush is actually all by me. The lyrics and the ukulele are all by me, and then the production was all by Robin. At Kirashi_art says, how many sweets/candy did you waste for the video? Long story short, I bought $70 worth of candy and sweets for that one video, and we used all of them. At Gabby Sing Song says, are you a dog or a cat person? I'm 1000% hands down a dog person. At M.Ashton says, what are your favorite games to play on your Switch? I really like Animal Crossing. I know that's generic, but they're so soft, and everything is so simple, and you don't have to stress. If Minecraft was on the Switch, like if I had the Minecraft Switch version, I would also choose Minecraft. I'm also playing Breath of the Wild, which is amazing because it's the first ever Legend of Zelda game I've ever played. So, at Jeremy_KQH says, what show are you currently into? I'm actually not much of like I'm watching a show type of person. I never really have been. There's like spurts where I'll start watching anime for a really long time, or like a TV show, but I'm not really a person who like binges a lot. At a.polaroid.picture says, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever seen someone do? Break my heart. You missed out, loser. No, I'm just kidding. People go their separate way for reasons, and that's fine. At Captain C Mix, I can't read your guys' ads. How long was it to produce Sugar Rush? Actually, it felt honestly really quick to me. I recorded the stem. Let's see if I can remember the dates of everything. I recorded the stems with my family friend, and because he has like a basement studio. Basically, I called him and I was like, yo, I need some like professional stems. And he was like, okay. And so I recorded everything with him, and we got like 2 takes of the voice, 2 takes of each harmony, and like 3 takes of the ukulele. No, 2 takes of ukulele, 3 takes of the voice. Yeah. And then I sent them over to Cave Town, and I was like, here you go. And I also made a playlist that you guys can listen to on Spotify. I made a playlist of kind of the vibe I wanted for it, or like the inspiration behind it. It was a lot shorter back then. It's longer now. But I sent that over, and I was like, this is the vibe that I'm kind of going for. And then he was like, great. And then he sent me like some little things like, hey, do you want it like this way? Did you want this rhythm? Did you mean this? Da 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 da. And I answered those questions, and then he was like, great. And he was super nice and super sweet and super patient with me. Like 2 weeks passed, and I got the first ever demo, and I kind of didn't know what to expect because I had never really like fully thought out what I wanted it to sound like, because I've never had a produced song until this song. So I got this demo, and I heard like the first like da, do 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 do, and then I heard like the bass and like the little drop and like the swoop it does, and I was like sitting there on my lunch break at work in the drive-thru of McDonald's like, I loved it so much. I was like shocked, and I was like, oh my god, that's like then I was sent some notes, and we decided to take out some lyrics because it was a pretty long song. And so I rearranged the lyrics, and I cut some stuff out that I didn't think needed to be in the song, and I added some notes, and I sent that back over, and he was like, can do. And then he took it again and did a second try at it, and then sent it back over, and I was like, that's amazing. And then I was like, we added like some tiny little notes like, hey, let's like turn down the effect on this, and like very tiny little details. Sent those notes, and then like a week or so later, roughly, he sent it back and was like, how's this? And I was like, that's perfect. And it was like everything I wanted, and I was super impressed with it. Super impressed. I was like, wow, you did that. I think all in all, I'm probably wrong about this because I'm terrible at keeping track of time, but all in all, it was like a month and a half, I think, roughly, to have it produced. I might be wrong on that. I'm terrible at keeping time. But yeah, overall, it felt really quick to me, and I felt really listened to, and I wouldn't have changed anything about it. Overall, it was really fun, and I couldn't have asked for better, and I felt really heard, and I felt it had everything that I wanted, and more. So I was not disappointed at all at any point in time. I was like, wow, amazing. But yeah, it's been kind of a crazy ride. Thank you guys for asking me questions. I hope I answered them to the best of my abilities. But yeah, thank you again for all the love on Sugar Rush. I'm so happy with it. I couldn't have asked for better. I'm so happy with the song, and I'm so happy that you guys love it. It's crazy to like see people listening to it, or see it in stories, or hear people talk about it, because I'm like, wow, that's my song. So it's really awesome to hear that. If you guys haven't already watched the music video, I would totally recommend that. And if you haven't listened to the song, I would totally recommend that too. Tell your friends and family about it, and I hope that the next song that comes out will be just as loved, if not more. Thank you guys so much for the love. I don't know how to do